And I'm just looking at that little dude. I'm like, come on, dude. I can't open any more doors for you right now. You got to walk through that door. So I look at you, and I look at you and everybody else that's watching this. I want that for you too. But I can't want it more for you than you want it for you. You studied cinematography as a self-taught person. You bought a camera, and we know this. Having a camera does not make you a cinematographer. Having a camera does not make you a storyteller. Nice. The storyteller finds the tools and makes the story. So you may or may not have it within your heart, your body, and your mind, and soul, and spirit that you want to be an incredible storyteller, to connect people with their emotions and to illuminate stories that people are ignoring. And if you look at yourself like that, how could you not be inspired by that? But I think what happens is after you gain a certain level of proficiency, not even mastery, just proficiency, is you start to think about getting paid for that thing. That spark that it was the origin of this thing has somehow disappeared in the grind itself. And you've lost your way. And I think that's what it is. So when I got out of school, I felt like I was pretty top of my class for graphic design. And that was not going to sustain me. I knew enough about myself, and I had the awareness to say, I'm going to get bored with this really fast. I need to find something else. So I got into motion graphics, which is still a new and emerging field. And I knew that it had a lot of complexities to it. Animation, photography, illustration, visual effects, acting, editing, directing, cinematography. So many things that would take a person a lifetime just to learn one of those columns. I'm like, this is going to keep me busy for a while. And when you get good enough, then you say, well, instead of working with small-time local TV spots, I want to work with national TV spots. Okay, now I've done that. I don't want to just work for any national TV spot. I want to work for the best in class. I don't want to work for podunk car maker. I want world-class car maker. I don't want to work for just cat food. I want to make the best cat food commercials. And you just keep going and going. It's like, I haven't worked with that agency. I haven't worked with that brand or that client. We haven't worked with those superstars. Let's go there. And that can keep you busy for 20 years. Because that's the drive. And when you feel like you've hit some kind of ceiling, you add something new to that and you continue to explore. You keep challenging yourself. You move that mile marker away. Some people who have attended some of my talks, there's this one ad that I reference. And this is the power of art, I think. It is an ad, but it's art. And it's for Nike. It's a double page spread, and I saw it in a magazine that features the best ads in the world. And what it had was, it had a street, and it almost felt like one point perspective, vanishing point, where the street kind of just undulated. It was like a San Francisco street, where it go up and down, and you can see from the point of view of the camera all the way into the horizon, one really long street. And you saw the buildings flanking from left and right. It's kind of an urban thing. And then the copy read something like, just to the mailbox, just to the car, just to the end of the street.
Dang.
Just to that. And it kept going and going. That's how I see my life. So if you just say to yourself, and I think I'm not a sports athletic person, I see this thing and it just hits me right here. And it's like, that's what it means to be super passionate about something in your life. That you set a goal, and when you get to that goal, you're not saying like, I'm going to run to the end of that into the horizon. Right. I'm not going to run a 10 kilometers. I'm just going to get to the next mile marker. I'm just going to keep going and keep going. I don't know when I'm going to stop. I'm just going to keep going. And this is me in 1995 saying, just get out of school. Just start a company. Just try to get a client. Just get a few freelancers working for you. Just learn how to bid. And it just keeps going and going. So the reason why you don't wake up and show up anymore is because you got to that marker, to the car, the third goal in, and you're like, I'm done.
That's what it is.
I'm done.
Or
and that's what separates.
Too far ahead and then being upset that you only made it to the mailbox.
That could be one explanation.
That could
I get that question a lot from people, and they're like, oh, so what's next for you? And I was like, oh, I'm just kind of enjoying the place that I got to.
Yeah.
You know what happens there is people like me, younger and older than you, just keep going. And then the problem is time, as the song goes, is not on your side. The more obligations you have, the less your body complies with your mind. Trust me, I know.
Facts.
Trust me, I know. The harder it is for you to do what it is you want to do. I'm going to butcher the expression, but like beauty and youth is wasted on the young. It really is, because you don't know what to do with it. You do dumb, stupid things thinking you have all of your life. So when I look at my two boys, and they're very different, one doesn't really need a lot of motivation. He already knows what he wants to do in his life. The other one, I'm like, you seem to exhibit talent in this thing. Do you like this thing? He's like, yeah. Well, let's work on this thing instead of the other thing that you don't like. And so we take him out of school. We put him in an art school. So I was thinking, if I could do my life all over again, I would want to be in your shoes right now, young man. A father who just supports me, who just gives me whatever I need to do, pursue my goal, my dreams, who wants me to be the best version of myself, not out of pressure and obligation, but just because of joy. And I'm just looking at that little dude. I'm like, come on, dude. I can't open any more doors for you right now. You got to walk through that door. So I look at you, and I look at you and everybody else that's watching this. I want that for you too. But I can't want it more for you than you want it for you. I can't. It's just like that expression goes, you can't hire someone to do the push-ups for you. You got to do the work. And it starts by being clear with what you want from your life.
Hi, my name is Greg Gunn, and I'm the producer of the Future Podcast. And yes, we do have a podcast. In fact, we've been having one for years, and that's exactly why I'm here talking with you. You see, it's really good, and I think you should listen to it. If you like what we do here on YouTube, then you're gonna love what we do on the podcast. You'll get to hear intimate conversations and personal stories from some familiar faces and others you might not know about yet. Plus, you can listen to it while doing something else, and you won't miss a thing. So if any of that sounds interesting to you, go visit thefuture.com/podcast or find it on your favorite podcast listening app. I hope to see you there.